Yo, what is up, YouTube? It is Wednesday. It is 4:31 because I'm a minute late because me and Emma had to try to redo the thumbnail like 4 or 5 times. So just want to say what's going on. And I must tell you guys right now. I'm going to get ahead of this. My computer is broke. The power block in my computer is inconsistent. It is shutting off randomly. I hope to God it lasts. But if I randomly shut off and the live ends, it's because the power block in my computer is being finicky. I've ordered a new one, have to replace it. But as of right now, it just chooses when to shut off. So just a heads up, if I cut off randomly, the computer gave out on me, and that's where we're at. Anyway. But we will assume that that's not going to happen, and we will just sit here and chop it up as we always do. Today's drink of choice is a prime orange mango. What is going on to the first people in here? Linky Slinky, AOC, Hudson Valley Armbenders. What's going on? Shane Owens in the house. Nat Fit, Jamie Sheldon, the man. Alan Fishman, what's going on? Emma, who's 5 feet away from me. What's going on, guys? If we can click the thumbs up button on your way in, I would appreciate it. The stream would appreciate it. Everybody would appreciate it. It's a really big deal. Please click that on your way in. Big what's up to the members coming in. Shane Owens with the icon next to his name. Thank you for being a supporting member on the channel, my friend. Always supporting. Tom Paul Hudgens Jr., what's going on? Mr. Derek and all y'all slappies in the chat. A slappy? What's a slappy? GB19 technique, if strength is close enough. Ooh, it's a good answer. It's a good answer. So I do want to get into that topic. I'm going to let it build up a little bit. Let's get, 40, 50 people in here. Then we'll start getting into it because I just don't want to repeat myself a bunch of times because everybody always comes in and they go, so what's more important? And then I'm going to have to re-answer it 1,000 times. So let it build up a little bit. Slappies are the ones that watch Artem and Travis podcasts, says Shane. Oh. All right. Jesse Myers, Jesse here. Can you see me? Yes, I can see you, Jesse. Thank you for hanging out in the chat, my friend. Jesse is a newer arm wrestler. Just joined the team. Excited to have you around, Jesse. I will see you on Sunday. Jamie, Jesse's the one. You were on the table with him when I pulled up. The guy with the tattoos, older gentleman, white guy. I don't know if you remember. You were on the table with him on Sunday when I pulled up. Derek looked strong on Saturday. I felt pretty strong, at least in the right hand. So that was good. The Larry Wheels came to practice. So me and Larry got on the table, right and left-handed. I'm waiting for Larry to release the video. You know what? Screw it. I'll explain it. I told Larry at the beginning of practice, I said, hey, I really don't want to do any more right-handed stuff on video. Like, it's just practice, and I'm not going to take practice that serious where I'm taking time off, and, like, I'm not going to prep for practice to be as strong as I can at practice to impress a YouTube channel. Like, it's just not – it's practice. I'll never take it that serious. And all arm wrestlers or people in the community understand that practice is practice. It's like it's completely flawed. Everybody's beat up, and there's a million excuses, and so in both ways. And so I told Larry that. I just feel like it damages things. It doesn't really help anything. It just damages having practice videos out there. At this stage in my career, people read into it a lot, and so, like, I mean, the first thing Engin said to me when I got to Istanbul was, "So Larry beats you now?" And I was like, "What?" And the first thing he said to me, I go, "What?" I go, "It was practice. Engin, we had a practice, and I pinned him, and he pinned me." Oh, Devin and John were saying Larry beats you. And I was like, "What? Huh?" So literally practice videos are starting to affect the way promoters are looking at me and opportunities. So, no, I'm good. Right-handed practice videos with known pullers, I will no longer be broadcasting because people tend to read into that way too much. So I told him that, and I don't care about the left hand, but the right-handed one I care about because people read into that too much. It's just not worth it. There's no, it's practice. So, yeah, that's something I'll be working on. But Larry, they wanted this one out. So there is video footage coming out of me and Larry pulling right and left-handed. They wanted it for a specific reason to help build some hype. And I'll tell you guys what happened. We left-handed, basically, Larry was destroying me, and right-handed, I was destroying him. But the reason this one's being posted is because he has the left-handed match coming up with Leonidas, right? Leonidas Arcona. And so I pulled Leonidas at East vs. West, and I was destroying Leonidas, like I told you guys about. And so Larry kind of wanted to put I told him, yeah, you put the left-hand matches out there. If you beat me, no problem. But they kind of wanted to put the right-hand matches of me beating Larry to show how strong I am right now, and the fact that Larry was still beating me left-handed, even though I'm this strong. You know what I mean? To kind of show what level he's at. So I was like, okay, if you want. I was like, but guys, like I don't even if it's me beating Larry. I told him, I don't really want the right-handed practice videos out anymore. But I get it for the argument's sake for this, for his Leonidas Arcona match. I said, all right, whatever. So that'll be coming out any day now. Tall Paul says, hopefully Larry didn't edit like Leonidas did. I don't think so. Saucy James, what brother, practice this Sunday, correct? Yes, sir. Jamie says, Larry pinned me several times in practice. I have no excuses. GB19 Allen Iverson is practice. Alexander Dean, social media has its major flaws, obviously. Sirius says that's true. Shane Owens, I got a dip. Algorithm boosting view, like, and comments. Y'all have a good one. Hope the power supply lasts the full show. I hope so, too. Jesse says, I have a ton of questions, but tonight mine's a two-part. First is as FNG. When do I know when to pull the trigger? Straight away, or should I feel it out from the jump, then pull it? Okay, so you're talking about speed, like when to go fast. Should you hit hard or should you go slow is what you're asking. Speed in arm wrestling is you want to have speed and control. That's the thing, right? If you're going to go fast, and especially if you want to hit to the pin, right? There's two different types of hitting, which most people do. You either hit for position or you hit for the pin, right? So you pick something that's going to make you win the match, like this one thing. If I get this one thing, I win the match. If I make his wrist bust back, I win the match. If I get him outside his shoulder, I win the match. You pick your one thing that's most important to you, and you hit for position, right? For that one thing. I got it. Now the odds of me winning are super high, right? And then we go through the motion. Or you can hit straight for the pin. Now, hitting straight for the pin isn't bad as long as you can do it controlled. Most people, though, if they hit for the pin as hard as they can, if they get stopped, they find themselves way out here, right? Because they hit so hard and they threw all their weight there, and the guy their hand stops, and before they can react, they're all the way out here, and then they stand back up, their arm's wide open, right? So you gamble how tight you're going to be and how in form you're going to be. So I would say the answer to dialing in your hitting to the pad part is going slow over time, controlled in perfect form. So that way, there's a red alert. You know the moment any of your form is going to be compromised. You know the moment something starts failing because you've done this exact move 1,000 times slower and faster and faster and faster and faster, that you hit the brakes the moment that thing stops, right? You don't keep separating as soon as they stop you. So that's the things that you want to build up those connections and that alert system to know, when to stop. That's if you're hitting for pin. If you're hitting for position, I think I'm preferable to that. Once I know I have what I need, then I'll start driving for a pin. But sometimes it's hard to even tell what's going on. It happens so fast. But the moment, like even in my Medi match, it looks like I just go straight sideways. But the moment, what's important to me was that I didn't get turned over, right? The moment I feel my hand is complete, I have not got turned over, it's time, right? I start driving right away before I give him too much time to adjust. But I still am hitting for a position. It's just it's such a micro movement. It's hard to see, right? Because it's just, I got it. Here we go. Like I got what I need. Time to go. So I hit for position. There's fast guys like, I don't know, Jamie, are you still hitting for pins? Jamie used to. I don't know how fast he is nowadays. He's a super heavyweight with me. But yeah, there's different strokes for different folks, but that's the risk you run by going too fast. So I would say as a new guy, I wouldn't put a lot of effort into hitting to the pin as a new guy. I would slowly build up all those fundamentals and build up the movement and then slowly increase the speed as time goes on. Benji, what's going on? Tell Paul, I don't buy into practice pulls much. Devin never lets a future opponent feel where he's at in practice match. Devin wants opponents to think he's weaker than them. Jesse says, second is, should I even worry about pinning or just be patient and work on strength and technique? Which is a priority in the beginning, and what was it for you? What about pinning? You need to be strong all over the table and understand every angle on the table. If we just sat and did center table stuff the whole time, then that's the only place you're going to be comfortable, center table. You need to understand that, say you're trying to pin somebody and you can't, what adjustments to make to amplify your power or to take away theirs. Or if you're about to lose, what are ways to come back and keep from losing? What are some priorities and some strengths you need to double down on to stop from losing? Things like that. So yes, we want to be efficient all over the table in every move. So not just one or the other. But that also doesn't mean that you need to slam everybody at practice. You can talk to the person that you're practicing with and explain, hey, I want to work on pinning and stuff like that. And so they can work with you. They can even use two hands and let you pin them, just give you good resistance. So you don't have to beat up your training partner, right? You can talk and work through things, right? So, but yes, you want to be proficient in all of it. But that doesn't, a lot of people, there are people that go to practice that just beat the crap out of their training partners. You don't want to be that guy. Don't ever be that guy. That guy that's just at practice for themselves and just slams everybody and is like, all right, I'm out. Just leave a wake of injured arms and sore people behind you. Be like, all right, see you. Don't be that guy. So, yeah. Let's see. 98% arm wrestling. What's going on? Great live, Derek 98. What's up? Tex Prana. I made it. Went on a walk, little one, and killed a copperhead. Oh, keep them safe. Hi, Jim says, hey, who has a stronger arm, Gennady or Hermes? All things considered, Hermes has a superior hand. I would say Gennady has superior inside. There's more muscle fibers on the inside muscles. Those are bigger. So I would say Gennady has more muscle than Hermes. Well, a trained up Gennady. Right now, Hermes. I don't know. What would you guys consider? Probably Hermes. Hermes? I'm not trying to just think of who wins. Who's the stronger arm? Ooh. I think Gennady, all things considered, probably Gennady. I think. Let's see. Carolyn, what's up? 18 items in Derek's merch store. You guys check out the awswitch.com. If you guys want to buy hats, shirts, stickers, anything like that. Jesse, if you're in here still, the website that Carolyn posted here in the chat, there's a link. It says theawswitch.com. That is the website where we can buy our team shirts. So if you want to buy a team shirt, a team hat, things like that, that's the website you buy it on. If you're on my team or you're local, then don't hit delivery, hit pickup, store pickup, and I'll bring the shirt to you at practice, right? So that you can just order. Discount code AWDerek or Texas Prana to save you some money. It says, Ayo, D-Dog, what's up? You watched Monty Michael Todd's new video? You think Devin is trolling everyone with his new lifts, like Rebecca said? I saw it. I didn't. I don't know. You know where you're when you put something up on your screen on your phone and it just starts playing, but you didn't click on it? I sat there and watched it for like 7 minutes like that because I was talking to some people on Discord. So I didn't hear it, but I watched some of it. Anyway, they think Devin was lying, that he can't actually lift that much. I don't know. I mean, I'm wondering if that's what you're saying. They're saying that they think Devin was lying. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, man. But Devin's Superstar, I need to try that lift. Everybody asks me how much I can do that lift, and I have never tried it. So, Sirius says, for any other pullers, people take practice as non-serious, but when it's Larry versus Derek in practice, it's serious. I completely get you there. Yeah, it's just not worth it. I was hoping traditionally, like, all right, we'll put it on there, and it's going to help my channel blow up, but it doesn't. The practice videos that are posted by Larry don't help my subscriber base, as far as I can tell, whatsoever. Maybe if he puts my name in the title and blasts a link in all the description, maybe, I don't know, but since he's been out here, I haven't grown at all in my channel. So that was like the one caveat. Okay, maybe we do that. It helps my channel grow, but it's not really doing much for it. So, I mean, if it's me and Larry working on stuff, cool, or anything like that. But if people are going to start comparing and read way too much into it, it's not that important to me. Carolyn says, Derek, the Pulse was great on Monday with Ryan and Chris Drummond. If you guys did not see that, moderators, can you guys post a link to that episode? I'd appreciate it. You guys, I don't understand why the Pulse doesn't get more love. To be honest, like the layout of it, there's no other show that is, there's a million shows going over popular topics. So we do that for about half the podcast. And then the other half is all training questions and I'm trying to purposely get people on there that really understand training and can break it down. And Chris Drummond's great. I try to get Paul Lynn on there. He's great. We want to get Brad Grundy on there. He's great. People that can really articulate what they're doing and stuff. And those are the guests I'm looking for. There's no other show doing that. So I don't understand. I think the layout is unique. To me, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just think it's unique. But 98% arm wrestling. Do I have a chance with Italia? Ryan, I haven't watched you arm wrestle very much, man, to give you an opinion on it. But he's strong. Paul is not weak. He's not weak. Yeah, he's definitely a strong guy. I think you're big. You're bigger. You got weight on him. I'm not sure because I haven't watched you arm wrestle very much, man. So I cannot give you an educated opinion. But thank you for says great podcast. Love it. Thank you, sir. You guys check out 98%. Just you guys have a YouTube or is it just a Facebook group? Let me know if we can link anything in here. Let me know and we'll link it. Do you think Levon's top 5 left hand? I don't know, man. I definitely can't read anything from that practice video. Bit says, do you ever have trouble with mind-body connection on your body when it's not your arm? Wondering how specialization for arm wrestling makes the rest of your body feel as an athlete. I can still. Okay, for instance, right? I played basketball from like sophomore year in high school till 1 year after high school. I played 1 year at college, right? And that was my life. That's all I did basketball, right? Could dribble the ball really well, was super comfortable with it, like got it. And then huge gap. I became a professional video game player, and now I'm in arm wrestling in 13. So it's been a ton of years since basketball. When I grab a basketball right now, I'm about 45% as comfortable with the basketball as I used to be. With the difference in strengths and stuff now, I don't know if this answers your question. I'm trying to think of like how specialized I've got for arm wrestling, if it makes me feel different than I used to feel as a more well-rounded athlete, as a basketball player. I'm not as comfortable with that stuff. I still feel pretty coordinated with the coordination I built through other sports. But a lot of my stuff is atrophied. So like my lower back is atrophied, legs are weak. I can't go side to side. Basically everything in my bottom half is pretty weak at this point. Because I just don't touch it. I don't train it at all, really. And I understand all the reasons I should train it. I understand all of that, but I just kind of don't. It's just a list of priorities, a shopping list of things I need to get through each week for training for arm wrestling, and the legs just aren't high enough up on the list to make it normally. Diego Paz says, did Larry feel ready for his through match and left? Yes. I think he crushes Leonidas personally. Wing Zero, what's going on? Tall Paul, as long as you didn't take Paul lightly, I believe you got a shot, Ryan. Carolyn, oh no. All right. Okay. Carolyn says, Derek, how are you in house practice on Sunday? Good. The right felt great. I'm good. I am well. I'm well. Right after this, I'm heading to the gym. So it's looking like I'll tell you guys what I can tell you. It's looking like I won't be doing East vs. West in January because I'll be doing something else. That might be the only thing I can tell you guys right now. The promoters have asked me to be quiet about things, but it's looking like I'm going to be doing something else besides East vs. West in January. So I'll probably do the following East vs. West. That's pretty much all I can give you guys. But yeah, so that's all I can say right now. As it opens up, I will speak more freely about it. I promise. That's all I'm allowed to say. Alexander says, what are your thoughts on Todd Hutchings' application of West Side Barbells Conjugate for arm wrestling? I think it's great. I think obviously it works for Todd. I think that applying the conjugate method to can explode you in a lot of strengths, for sure. There's also examples of people making it extremely far without using that, right? So it's a style of training. It's explosive, and I don't like doing a ton of table pulley stuff, and the conjugate method that Todd came up with is a lot of table pulley. It's not my favorite thing to do. I feel like I like isolating my muscles. I like knowing that each one of my muscles necessary for arm wrestling are stronger. And then I like putting together at practice or on a table pulley just to put those muscles together. I don't like making the bulk of my progress on a table pulley. For me, it's my own thing. I feel like it's hard to track those numbers. I feel like it's really easy to cheat those lifts. So yeah, it's just not. So far, it's not been my cup of tea. But I am open to learning more about it, and maybe that'll change my mind. Jesse says, duly noted. Thank you, Coach. No problem. Russell Monroe, my guy, what's up? Another member in the house. 98% arm wrestling. In your expert opinion, how should I attack Paul Italia for our match? Looks like he's going to top roll lately. So I'm thinking high hook or try to match him up top. Well, a high hook is matching him up top. A high hook is based off riser and cupping and pronation. So you would be matching up top if you did a high hook. But yeah, I mean, I don't know where your strengths lie. I don't know how, if you're a lot stronger in a hook, you trust your bicep. If you're more shoulder driven, that's what I'm saying. I don't know enough about your arm wrestling, but to be able to really give you some a solid opinion on that. If he's top rolling with a shorter arm, then I would advise not falling to any kind of tricks in terms of, if he's going to top roll with a shorter arm, he's probably going to be straight up like this. So don't let them make you start dumped or way back. What you're going to do is you're going to eat into his hand. Where's my hand at? Someone give me a hand. Where's my hand? Oh, there it is. So, so if I have this grip, right, with him, and when I go knuckles up, or if he goes knuckles up, then I'll cover his thumb, right? And so you can't go knuckles up because you'll cover Paul Italia's thumb. So instead of dumping your wrist to show his thumb, which will give him the ability to go above and over your hand, what you're going to do is you're going to go knuckles up, but you're going to push into his palm towards him with your knuckles up. So now his thumb knuckle is showing, and you're still risen up, but you didn't have to pull your elbow way back, and you didn't have to dump your wrist. You just push down his thumb with your knuckles up. That way he has a crappier grip on the back of your hand, right? Because you pushed down, his fingers don't have as much coverage, and so then you can still go high knuckles against him. That's something a lot of people, it's counterintuitive for a lot of arm wrestlers, top rollers, to push into their opponent, but it can do a ton and open a ton of doors. Just think about that. 24 months from Spencer. What's going on, Spence? Says 24 months, holy smokes. Has it been that long already? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for the support, man. You've always been supportive. Super glad to have you here, man. Hi, Jim says, I can't see Hermes having nearly as much success as Gennadi's flop first Devin. Benji Mac, got your card from East Coast West, bruh. I'll bring it sometime to Gmos. Hey. There we go. Carolyn, thank you for sharing that. East Coast, East Coast. Hi, Jim. But could Gennady have held Levon as well? Ooh, I don't know. Gennady has had great matches with Levon and beat him in the past, but that was in the past. Wax on, Wax off says, do you think Leonidas is an idiot for doing what he does with his YouTube videos the way they're clipped? I've only seen one video. I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen one Leonidas video, and that was the one where he's at East vs. West. In terms of the way he edited our little session, I mean, you're going to do what you got to do to make your name seem bigger, I guess. It was like, I don't know. If that's what you're talking about, then I don't think he's an idiot. It's not dumb trying to, improve your brand, improve your name. It's not dumb. Underhanded, maybe, but not dumb. Let's see. Carolyn says, Derek, I must be honest. I don't watch Larry. Great guy, as you're way more fun and a legend in arm wrestling. Thank you for your support, Carolyn. You've always been there for me. You're the best. Huz says, Rebecca said she's trolling because when facing Gennady, he was doing the thumb thing, and now while taking pancakes and stuff, so she says he does a lot more exercise than that one. Oh, yeah, for sure. Devin definitely does more exercises than just that one. Oh, no. You guys are kind of taking off. Oh, there we are. Spence says, holy smokes, I'm actually around for live for once. Miss you guys. Emiliano Osorio says, I love the Pulse because I train, but not everybody's trained arm wrestling. That's true. Levi Rakowski, what's up? Carolyn sharing the link to the Pulse. Thank you. Michael Workspace is professional video game player. What game? I played Halo 2 and Halo 3 professionally. Wing Zero says, I briefly talked to Leonidas when he was in Toronto. He, and not tall, he looked 5'10ish, but like a tank. Armenian arm wrestler. What's up, Derek? Chilling, man. What's up with you? GB19 says, is Florida the place to be for stem cell treatment? Apparently. Let's see. 90% arm wrestling. There you go. Carolyn sharing the YouTube channel. Thank you, Carolyn. Just like practice going to be sore, says David. Nowhere to run arm wrestling. What up, brother? Just chilling out here, live, kicking it. JJ says, strength neek is most crucial. Okay, I want to get into that. What do we got? 54 people? Perfect. You guys can get a like spike in the chat. We got 29 likes, 54 people in here. If we could get a little bump, you know what I mean? I'd appreciate it. Let me catch up on this real fast. We're going to have to go turbo mode a little bit. Match him top roll. Okay. 90% says, Paul and I gripped up his arm is slightly stronger, but I got the stronger hand and wrist when I felt, well, then take advantage of it, bud. Karen, let's see. Wing Zero. When does Larry Wheels versus Leonidas match? It's pretty soon, I believe. Carolyn says, "Dear friends, please share Derek's live in your favorite arm wrestling group chats." That would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. 90% arm wrestling, great advice. Thanks, Derek. No problem, man. Let's see. Thanks for asking. Bionic Dan Plexman. Hello from Malaysia, everyone. Yo, what's going on, Dan? What on, Dan? Crocs. How'd you know I was wearing Crocs today? Carolyn. Top Ball says, "Ooh, that's some good fancy advice." Yep. Which Crocs are gonna destroy? I tell you. Hey, I was wearing Crocs just now. I just took them off. Let's see. DK Kaboom. What up? Any new PRs in the gym? No, not as of right now. I will let you guys know as soon as I start hitting them. What's the most fundamental way to build strength for arm wrestling? Arm wrestling. Arm wrestling against the right people in the right scenario. That's a pretty big point, though. Like, it's not just arm wrestling against anybody. It's not just arm wrestling against amateurs. It's arm wrestling against the right group of people with the right consistency. Is probably the best fundamental way to get build strength for arm wrestling. But you need the right people. And nobody has the right people. Like exactly the right. I mean, not nobody, but it's few and far in between. You got to remember, John Brzenk was a proponent of nonstop table time, but he was surrounded by world champions. The teams he were on were like the best guys in the world. That's who he trained with consistently. So it wasn't just any table time; it was the best table time. So always remember that it's all table time is not built the same. It's not all created equal. David says Devin couldn't weight train at all for Gennady. Let's see. Brad, is it possible to get good arm wrestling with smaller hands and fingers? I wasn't gifted genetically in that department. Yes, of course it is. You're not genetically built to hold on to things. Okay, so we don't hold on, right? You stop holding on to people in arm wrestling. You start being offensive, and you start going to the straps. You're not built to contain things because you have a small hand. Okay, make them contain you, right? So you go top roll, or you can even hook. Straps will make it so you don't need a ton of coverage, right? Straps, speed, these are things you're going to want to build a lot. And stop. Don't put yourself in situations where you're holding on for dear life to people. And if you feel like with this guy I have to hold on, then you should be in the straps. JB83, what's up, big dog? So good to see you get the W. Well deserved. Thank you. Felt good to get the W. Woo! Sometimes I forget about it until someone mentions it, and then I remember I'm a winner right now. Right now, if I still have a losing record, is I a winner? I don't know. I haven't won the last one. You're only as good as your last performance. I'm a winner. Dino. Whoa. Oh, man. Muha Removic. Are wrist curls effective for arm wrestling? Yes. 98 says, Derek wears Crocs too. Croc power. RHCP says, Italian going to crush you, Grodin. Italian's a beast. You're a beast of burden. Dang. All right. Oh, first super chat of the day. Hey. Let me grab a. Thank you, sir. From Bit with the $10 super chat. Thank you, Bit. You get to hang out next to Chave. He's chilling. Thank you, sir. And he says, stopping by to show support. Big up, Derek. Hey, thanks for the support, man. I appreciate the love. Super chats, well received, man. Right now, well received right now. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. JB83 says that was definitely some goofy crap with his production of his video. Kinda a clown. 98%. Good to see some of the usuals in here. Love you guys. Richard Jennings. Good evening, everyone. What's going on, Richard? Bionic Dan Plexman. Carolyn, LOL. You saw my vids? Yeah, I avoid ants in my pants. Derek was a class act at Winter Blast, says Ryan. Thank you, sir. I try to be. It sucks because sometimes people will fly me out, and I try not to call off work. I only work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and all arm wrestling events are like Saturday, Sunday, right? And so I try to call off work the least amount possible. So a lot of times I'll work, and I'll get off work at 4 a.m., and I'll go straight to the airport, get on a flight, and be somewhere on Saturday, so I didn't have to call off work Friday. And I'll just be like, and I feel bad for that because I'm like not the Derek that everybody wants me to be. I'm just so tired. I don't know. Yeah, I always feel bad about it. So I'm glad that you thought I was doing okay. Italia has frog DNA. That's his weakness, says Spacey. Wing Zero Leonidas look 3 to 4 inches taller than me. Not me, than Wing Zero. Derek had on Crocs at Winterblast. That's how I know he's a fellow Croc wearer. Tim Bresnan was making fun of Derek and I for wearing Crocs. Yeah, he was. Paul Tyler Cigar. What up, Dirty D? You know, just big chilling over here on live stream, drinking my prime orange mango. You know, every once in a while, guys, I get to look over and see this. I look so much cooler in that card than I look right now. Wait. Like, I don't know. Is that how I know I made it? When do I know I made it, guys? Bit Scruffy fails at wearing a cap, wears Crocs. To him, this is likable. Oh, Dave Anderson saying, I'm a bit scruffy, fails at wearing caps and wearing it backwards, and wears Crocs. To him, this is likable. Ah, I got what you're saying. Let's see. Mark ADX Rider, what's going on? Nobody can see us. Jay, you guys talking to each other. Sorry, I'm just trying to see where your winner in our book, says Spacey. Thank you. Howdy, Mr. Dan. Arm wrestling Josh. Derek better train my 8 days of the week, 25-8. JJ says, what's more likely to happen? Michael Todd reaches top 5 again, or Michael Todd becomes a successful YouTuber? Well, he's already kind of a successful YouTuber, more successful than I am. He's over 100,000 subscribers, right? So that in the big scheme of things, that's a successful YouTuber. So I guess that, since it already kind of happened. Brad says, thank you for advice. No problem. JB83, what is the most effective important for someone looking to start into arm wrestling? Weights or a solid club to learn from? Thanks, homie. Definitely a solid club to learn from, man. The sooner you get on the table, there's so many things you're going to get from having your first practice. You're going to learn safety. You're going to learn the basics of arm wrestling. You're going to learn what arm wrestling feels like. You're going to learn like what muscles are necessary in high-level arm wrestling. You'll be able to talk to guys and talk about training concepts. Like there's so much you're going to gain from going to your first practice. It's not even close. It's not even close. Can I guess your Croc shoe size? 17 says GB19. 6. I think they're 16s. Let's see. Hudson Valley Armbenders literally just drank some orange mango. Hey, Carolyn says, Derek, it's a real tough thing doing shifts. I feel your pain. I'm half dead a lot of time, but hey, we got that intensity when it counts, right? That's right. I save it all up. DK Cavu says, do you currently take any supplements for lifting / arm wrestling? I take, like when I'm about to go to the gym in a little bit, I will take a water bottle. And in that water bottle will be Animal Flex for my joints, and for the multivitamin part of it will be NatFit BCAAs, NatFit pre-workout, and I will take a shot of L-carnitine. Yeah, that's what I take before I go to the gym every day. Andy Beckett, what's going on? Bridget sharing natfitnation.com code AWDerek. There we go. There's my lady, my love, Bridget. Joe Nelson, what's going on? Bridget, best professional handler in the business. You go. Can I get a spam in the chat with Carolyn's new emoji, Fit for 50, that we put out there a couple weeks ago? You guys, if you guys are members in the chat, give us a Fit for 50 spam in the chat. Show some love to Carolyn. Derek, you having some good submissions to your training camp? Yes. I am going to be releasing, announcing my choice shortly. So yes, excited about that. There have definitely been some good submissions, some good people applying. Excited about that. Joe Nelson, did you select your training? I'm excited to see how it goes to them. Yes. Yes. I've whittled it down to top 2. I'm just deciding whether I can take on 2 or just stick with 1. I mean, the original idea was to do 1 and really focus, but there's a couple of really awesome candidates that I really want to focus on, and so I'm kind of torn. So I might just try to take both. But the original idea was 1. I keep going back and forth on it. Bernardo says, do you think the Rolling Thunder has some power translation to the table? Yes, of course. The other Paul Lynn says, I've gone to 3 tournaments and 2 practices. I learned 10 times more in practice. Yep. L-carnitine, this secret shoulder builder. Jesse Myers, J883, what area are you in? Okay. Thank you for the spam of Fit for 50. Is Devon coming to LA? I have not heard about it. Jesse Myers, I'm in Marietta area looking to train during the week. JJ says, bro, my whole household was losing it when you won on the East vs. West. North America showed up. Happy for you, champ. Tell your whole household I said, what up? JJ, tell them I said thank you. I was losing it too. We were losing it together. We were all losing it. Hopefully other people in the chat were losing it as well. We got, because we have so many regulars in the chat. So many of you guys are here all the time with me. So I imagine at least, I hope a minimum of you guys cracked a smile, at least when I won. Because you're here. This is us. We doing this. This is squad. This is a squad. This is a team. So hopefully you guys, minimum of a smile, maximum of freaking out and screaming and running down the street naked. But yeah, I was pretty hyped too. Thank you. Hi Jim says, are you looking to go full time with the apprentice training thing if you get enough interest long term? I was doing the math in my head just randomly, and with I was pretty open about how much it's going to cost. Right, I was saying $400 a month. I would need like 15 people ish for me to quit my job. I can't. There's no way I can give 15 people the attention they deserve. Not the way I do it. If I want to give out a subpar product, I could do it, but not the way I do it. So I don't know. I mean, there's other ways. Like I said, I want to retire and live the rest of my life training people for arm wrestling. That's my goal. Just to find a way where I can actually give people a solid product and be proud of what I'm giving them, knowing it's actually going to help this to be the difference they need. And I don't want to rip people off, but if I can make a living doing that, yes, that's the goal. I just connecting those. I won't do anything I don't believe in, man. I'm not going to put something out there I don't believe in. I just won't do it. I'm not. My nightmare would be, me doing this for somebody and then being like, oh, total ripoff. Like, oh my, I paid all this money and Derek didn't do anything for me. I won't ever be that guy. So I got to, that's a dilemma. Just try to find a way I could efficiently do this and give them the right product. Let's see. DK Kabu, who's your Mount Rushmore of arm wrestling? That picture that's been rolling around was not too bad with John, Devin, and Engen. I don't mind that picture at all. The fourth one is I don't know. John, the GOAT, right? Of course, John. Engen, but arguably, there's definitely an argument for Engen to be considered the lightweight GOAT, and considering all he's done with East vs. West and how much he's given the sport and given his life to the sport, worthy. And then Devin, considering how good he's been and how much he's grown the sport, yes, these are three people that have been instrumental in the sport getting to where it's at, and I believe in those three. That they are super important to the sport and they've done so much for it. But the fourth, is it Dennis? Is it Levon? Is it Neil Pickup? Is it like Cleve Dean? Is it Leonard Harkless? Is it? I don't know. Is it Igor Mazurenko? There's a lot of people that have contributed a ton to the sport and are very important people and have done a lot. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. That list, I can't think of who I'd want as I can't come up with a solid answer for the fourth. Rich says Marietta. Joe Nelson, L-carnitine targets the androgen receptors in the shoulders. JB83 says, trying to find a club near me, none in my state that I found yet. Any club locators that you know of? Yes. You're going to go to armfighter.com. Moderators, please post a link. Armfighter.com is a website, and they have a find a teams part on there. And they broke down all the teams in the areas. They might be missing some more current ones, but they're pretty active on that site. And then you find your area on the little map, and you find the team closest to you, and it'll have their contact info. If not that, then you would use the ArmBet app, which is basically like Tinder for arm wrestlers, where you find it's like GPS, and you find the closest arm wrestlers to you. It's an app you download on your phone, ArmBet. Let's see, Bridget, I kept it together for all of you. Spacey says, True Derek being part of the epic sweep after the whoopings we've been taking, it was sweet. Andy Beckett, I was so pleased for you. I could see your relief, and you said about time or something. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Okay. Jesse says, looking to learn more from Derek and his team as much as possible. I'm new to this awesome sport, though. Yes. Okay, you guys talking to each other. Milkman, glad you got the animal out. Yes, has to come out every once in a while. Spacey says, I challenge everyone around me on armbit, but they're cowards. Dave Anderson says, do not run down the street naked. JB, then they weren't dedicated, Dave. JB83 says, I don't, but I will download it now. Thank you, Carolyn. Your neighbors, thank you, Dave. It says Bridget. Carolyn, talking to Jay. Jock Hoban says, actually, streaking can be a fun way to raise funds. Tall Paul says, so Derek, blink twice if Brian Shaw is one of your clients. Buddy Hale, what's going on? I must be looking in the wrong place. Thank you. Again, I'm going to look them up right now. Okay, I'm trying to catch up, you guys. I want to get on topic. It's been a while. I always do this. I'll go for like an hour without actually talking about the topic. Okay, you guys talking to each other. I look better naked than most in area, says Dave. Oh, man. Dan John, what up? What's your favorite arm wrestler to train with? Guys on my team. There's veteran guys on my team that I love training with. There's a guy named Carlo de Guzman who we haven't seen in a while. Love training with him. Ricky Ramos, Lorenzo Munoz, Leo Landeros. These are my veteran guys on my team. You guys probably don't know any of those names. Those are my boys. They know me. They know the progress. The progress I've, the career I've had so far. They've been there for every step. They know my strengths, my weaknesses. And so I know they have my best, the best of intentions and my best interests at heart. So definitely my squad. Hi, Jim says, might be able to find 6 people willing to pay $1,000 a month if you prove it's a good product. Woo, 6 people pay $1,000? You think? Damn, that'd be crazy. No way. No way. 6 people, $6,000 a month? Jim, you think? Okay, chat. Do you guys think I can find 6 people to pay $1,000 a month for training? I quit my job and just full-time training and arm wrestling. Woo, that's the dream. Oh, it's the dream. Gabby female go. Oh, yeah, we could have. There we go on the Mount Rushmore. I was thinking it's all men on there, and yeah, could maybe Gabby. Maybe that's the right answer. Okay. Open gym for some volume coaching. You want some other thing? Looking forward to checking them out. Thank you again. No problem. No problem. Great win the last East vs. West. Thank you, Tin Man. I appreciate that. Okay. Almost caught up. Andy Beckett. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Wing Zero. I've been a fan of Chris. Okay. Big Mark. There he is. What's up, my boy? Says, hey, Derek. I'm having a hard time balancing table time and gym time. If I do both at the same time, I feel I'm always sore and at like 75%. Should I prioritize one over the other? Yes, you should. You need to decide where you're at. Do you need, what is the table time providing compared to what is the arm wrestling providing? Are you lacking in horsepower? Then it's time to prioritize the gym. Right now, it's heavy table time every other week, and I might even dial it back further than that until as I get closer to an event, then I'll do more and more table time to sharpen everything up. But if it's time to build horsepower, if that's what you think you're lacking is horsepower, then it's gym time. It's time to focus on gym. It's time to have a good gym week. So if you do every other week, then say for me, it's practice on Sundays. So I'm good by, depending on how hard the practice is, I'm good by Tuesday. I'm usually back in the gym by Tuesday doing movements that don't really hurt my arms so much. But after the next weekend, I have a full week of heavy lifting, completely healthy. So if you're training in the right things, with the right intensity, then I definitely believe that the gym would be priority for you. Carolyn says, what you trained tonight, Derek? Fairlife chocolate milk for Max Gaines? I do love Fairlife milk. But no, at my gym, they sell the MREs. I love those things. And they sell for $5 a piece. But don't tell Bridget, I keep spending money on them. Almost pretty much every gym session. I get an MRE protein shake afterwards for $5, even though I have a giant container of MRE protein on top of my fridge. I'm so lazy. I just buy it from the gym on the way home. I know. Carolyn says, will you train? Oh, sorry. Read that. Andy says, no, I disagree on that amount. Buddy Hale, I do it for $5,000 a month. Wait. Buddy, you'd pay me $5,000 a month to train you? Message me. What are you? Hit me up. Okay, DK Gabo, let's start topic. Okay, yes. JJ said, I'd sponsor you, bro. Thank you. Hit me up. Do you alternate your heavy lifting? Yeah, we'll do heavy days and then some light days, but most of the time it's heavy. Tall Paul, if I was well off financially and could afford someone like Derek to train me, I would pay $1,000, but I don't have that kind of money, unfortunately. Not many of us do, man. Buddies, Daniel, what's up? Big D from Africa. Guitar King, what's up? Good advice. Thank you, says Big Mark. Carolyn, that's what's up, Derek. And Dan John says, buddy, lightning bolts. Okay, getting on topic. It's only been 45 minutes. Oh, I just love hanging out with you guys, right? Sorry. Okay, so I'm not going to look at the chat for a little bit. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not responding. I'm not going to look at the chat for a little bit. The topic at hand is, and this is a good conversation starter. This is a good thing to debate on, right? And it's the most common question you get when as an arm wrestler, when I meet someone new in the streets, when I'm walking the streets, which I don't do very often, or at work, or wherever. People's, oh, you're an arm wrestler, that's cool. Like, how do you train for that? Is that mostly? It's mostly technique. That's like, in some way they word this question: is it technique or strength? Like, that's always, it's like the third or fourth question that comes into play, right? Then it's asking me if I know who Schoolboy or Devin is, or the Arm Wrestling Whisperer. It's always one of those, right? But it's an interesting topic. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is a buddy of mine who's actually in this chat pretty often wrote an article today about that question. He wrote a long article and he sent it to me to kind of give my opinion on it. And it was just strength versus technique. What matters more in arm wrestling? What matters more in arm wrestling? And he goes over and he basically says, like kind of like a deadlift. If you walked over to a deadlift, you've never done it before in your life, you try to pick up the weight with a rounded back, all out of place, you can't do it. Then someone comes over and teaches you perfect form, and then you still can't do it. It's not a matter of technique. It's a matter of strength. Just not enough strength to pick it up, even with perfect technique. Now, arm wrestling is a lot different than deadlifting. I get that, right? It's way different variables. There's way more variables in arm wrestling. Not only are you dealing with more joints and more pressures in different directions, but you're also dealing with different hands, with different human beings. That's the combat side of it. There's damn near infinite amount of variables that someone could throw at you that you have to deal with, right? So it's that, in that respect, it's different than a strength, movement like that, which has limited variables, right? Now, at the top end of our sport, when everything is even, right? So say, there's this perfect arm wrestler, right? This guy, and he knows, and him and his buddy know every move. He has a twin brother. They know every move. Then it's going to be who's stronger, right? It's going to be who's stronger than who. So at the pinnacle of the sport is strength. It is strength. It is a strength sport. If the gap is big enough between two individuals in strength, then it's a strength sport, right? The strength will overcome the technique. This is true. But what's the exact phrase was, hold on, I want to make sure I word it correctly. And he said it to me. But the thing I have is what matters more in arm wrestling? Sorry, what matters more was the question. What matters more in arm wrestling? What matters would be, so this is a question out to the public. What matters more to the average person? So at the top level, it's strength. To the average person and to the average beginner arm wrestler, so the bulk of humanity, the majority, it is going to be technique. It is going to be technique. Odds are, when you arm wrestle someone randomly you meet, you generally, what's the first thing you do? You size them up. That guy's about my size. Let's arm wrestle. Usually. And I know my badasses in the chat be like, I don't arm wrestle huge guys. They're way bigger than me. But the average person, you arm wrestle someone around the same size as you. Even in tournaments, you're generally in weight classes, right? Even at a beginning level. The biggest thing that's going to differentiate who's going to win is going to be technique. If you know a few tricks and you're arm wrestling someone relatively in your strength zone, who knows more tricks and techniques at a small level will have the advantage, right? So to the masses, to the vast majority of human beings on the planet who are just checking out arm wrestling, technique will matter more. It'll be the bigger player in the match. It will, right? Because you're most likely going to arm wrestle people around your weight, around your size, in somewhere in your realm of strength. Now, unless you're obviously calling out someone my size and you're 150 and you've never arm wrestled, I get it. But that's not most common, right? So we're going to talk about most common and the majority of the people. So the majority of the people, the most common thing, definitely be technique, 100%. right? Once you get that top 1% of arm wrestlers, or those top level guys, and not even the top level guys have all the technique figured out, right? There's knowing the technique and there's implementing the technique. Vastly different, right? That's me. There you go. Perfect example. Perfect example. I can sit and give you guys all the answers all day long. I know all the answers. Do I execute all the answers perfectly? Hell no. I did pretty good, right? But I have a ton of room to get better. There's a ton of things, even when I watch my own videos, I'm like, oh, Derek, why didn't you slide your elbow right there? Oh, Derek, you weren't being offensive enough. Oh, you should have read that shoulder commitment from him. Oh, like this and that. I'm hard on myself, as I should be. But there's nobody doing it perfect. There's no one doing it absolutely perfect, right? So that, and because there's just too many variables at the top, then you start mixing in adrenaline and all the other things and anger, and yeah, there's no one does it perfectly. So yeah. So you want to talk about what matters more? What matters more would be what would cater to the bigger audience and to the more people on the planet. Technique would matter more, in my opinion. Interested to hear your guys' opinion. The general answer is yeah, but if that guy's just real strong, it's just like Dennis versus Devin. You just grab him around the wrist and it's over. But that's not the most common arm wrestling match. Most common arm wrestling match is two people on a dinner table. It's guys that practice that are just getting started at 185 pounds versus their buddy that's 190. That's the most common. So if we're talking about most common, then it's going to be technique, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me or disagree. Let's do a poll. I love polls. Okay, what matters most? There we go. Hopefully my description there made some sense to you guys. If not, I got you. Tell me what you think. What matters most? I think top level, elite level, which that's not the most common thing, strength. But you get down to it, it's going to be technique. To 99% of people, it's going to be technique. That's what I think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you disagree? Okay, let's go. The chat didn't go too far. I think I can still catch up a little bit. There we go. And Derek Smith from Farid Osmanli from Zawaz. I would love to. Yeah. Danny Yerk, what's going on? Buddy Hill, I meant sponsor. Pay me to just train an arm wrestle for $5,000 a month. Oh. All you about sponsorship, says JJ. Hey, let me know, man. Took me forever to write it. Took me forever to read it. Let's see. 1 year build muscle fascia when arm wrestling. Link Zero says, if I train in arm wrestling, I compete in the same weight class as a Whisperer. I have a friendly rivalry with him. If I was good enough to do it, he looks around my size, except he's in better shape. He's strong. He's on my team. But he also safety first. Hi, Jim says, or even 8 people for $500 a month. But then your weekends will be a lot more free to take events and seminars that are paid and can make up for it. True. If I cut weight, I'd spank Whisperer. Hey, careful. He's a lot stronger than you think, man. That's my boy. JJ says, well, Larry Rules was very strong but lacked technique and got beat. So what you're saying lines up. Spacey says, I'm taking the Ryan Bowen path to success. With 24 months, Lloyd Christmas, Xavier, what up, my boy? Thank you for always supporting. Xavier, love you, buddy. Thank you for always supporting the channel and being a member, you guys. Seeing all the members with their icons next to their name, thank you for all the support. If you guys, anybody wants to get become a member in the channel, you guys check out the membership thing. There's like, was it $3, $5, and $100? Yeah. If you want to be a member, you have access to custom emojis. And when I post members only videos, you can see those. So yeah. And if you want to support the channel, there you go. Let's see. Scott Todd says, what's your opinion on training arm wrestling workouts with closed fists? So only the handles that you can close your fists, what the Jedi says in his training videos. Yeah, there's merit to that. I can understand the reasoning for it. So in an arm wrestling match, you would have your hand more closed around. Then a lot of the handles people are using are really big, right? Your hand will be more closed in an arm wrestling match. So to be more comfortable with a closed hand, then makes sense. Makes sense to train that way for muscle coordination, muscle synergy, getting used to the movement. There are situations where people will challenge your fingers. And if I use a small diameter handle, the pressure will not be in my fingers always. right? It'll be in my palm and things like that because it's small diameter. So it would be cutting through my palm this way, right? Rather than my fingers. But there's times where top rollers and people are going to attack your fingertips. So training your fingers in different ways would have a big benefit as well, because depending on how the guy attacks you, you could use your fingers in different styles, right? I understand what they're saying in terms of muscle memory, but yeah. Well, the poll, 56% of people still say strength matters the most. All right. I guess I didn't convince anybody. 25 votes. 58 people in here. Wait, we need more votes. That's not even half the people yet. Let's see. Dan Uric, he clearly didn't listen to anything I wrote. He's going way off from the general idea. Another super chat from Tip. What's going on with the 499 super chat? Thank you, sir, for the support. Says, hey, Big D, supporting the sport I love. Thank you. I also love the sport, man. We're in this. We're in this, Tip. Thanks for the super chat, brother. I appreciate the love. So, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you've been making gains. Carolyn, Benji, get darker and darker now that you can game it. Why we ain't gaming? Huh? Is there defensive versus offensive technique in arm wrestling? Yes, of course there is. Defense would be obviously on the losing side and stopping somebody from pinning you. The pressures you would apply, the things that you would prioritize would be somewhat different than things you would apply and prioritize on the offensive side. Yeah, definitely different depending, but I won't get too far into it because it would depend on if you're hooking, if you're top rolling, what they're doing, how you're trying to stop them. There's a lot of small things I have to talk about. But yes, there are differences. Let's see. Benjamin says strength matters, but technique can multiply it by X amount depending on the technique against what technique and the uniqueness of each person's version of it. There you go. Joe Nelson says technique keeps you safe. Technique for equal strength always wins. Lloyd Christmas, fellas and ladies, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Mark ADX says strength opens up your technique options. Lack of strength can leave you with no options. That's assuming the strength gap is really big, right? GB19 says there's more sponsors in strength sport, but more pay-per-view sales in arm wrestling doesn't add up. True. Define enemy of the sport, says Oz. Somebody that is trying to destroy arm wrestling. Mark KDX Rider says Larry has to get strong in the right ways. 3 years in, he's a beast. He is very strong, you guys. Larry is a lot stronger than people think as an arm wrestler. Wings Zero says Whisper is stronger than me. If I trained, will take a while, but I try to catch up to Whisper in strength and technique. Big Mark says what matters most is, I think, is having the strength to implement those techniques correctly and efficiently. Mark KDX Rider says one of Devin's rules: be stronger. Being stronger is always a good idea. Todd Claus, I'm finally here. Hard day at work. What's up, Derek? What's going on, Todd? What's going on, Elijah? Hope you guys are doing well. 19 says, hello, Derek. Been arm wrestling for 6 months in an arm wrestling club. Haven't really been doing ready goes, and when I do them, it feels like my arm is going to break. They're so effing explosive. Is that normal? Yeah. I mean, if you're still getting into it and you haven't started ready goes, then ready goes are going to kind of scare you a little bit. Ease into them slowly. Watch your shoulder commitment and your shoulder line. Like, is your arm here? Elbow pressure and arm pressure. The more, see how my upper arm disappears right now? When my forearm is in line with my upper arm, or my forearm is outside my upper arm, the pressure on my elbow and on my joints is a lot higher, right? When my forearm is inside my shoulders or inside my upper arm, the pressure is going to be a lot more on my shoulder and not on my inner elbow or on my humerus, right? So it's not as efficient offensively to have your elbow out because it's hard to pin when your elbow's out here rather than sliding your elbow. But you have to vary the pressures. If your arm wrestling style is in and your shoulder is immediately here, or you're trying to use your frame to stop somebody, that means you're trying to catch them on your joint, which hurts. Right? It takes time to be able to do that. So be conscious of where your forearm is lining up with your upper arm, right? Is it inside of it? Is it outside of it? Is it even with it? That's why you see really big dudes with a ton of pressure not have any inner elbow pain, because their arm is never in a position where it's taxing their inner elbow. Leroy Walker on my team. Leroy is a thick dude, right? Dude's like 400 pounds, huge chest, can't even get his elbow in and straight just because his chest is so big, right? So his arm is permanently angled like this because he's so thick in the chest. So he never has inner elbow pain because his elbow is never vertical, ever, right? Just to get a grip, he has to have his arm slanted. You see what I'm saying? Oh, is there an ad there? You guys, sorry. I think it asked me if I wanted how to do ads. I clicked something different. I clicked conservative, so it barely show any ads. Let me know if it showed an ad for you guys just now. Sorry if it did. Did it show you guys an ad just now? Because something on my screen said ad inserted. So sorry. Okay, Bit says, but yeah, hopefully that answers your question 19. I don't know how you're arm wrestling, but be conscious of where your forearm is at in relative to your upper arm and shoulders. Bit says, Derek, do you think you beat any non-arm wrestler? Around what level do you think arm wrestlers stop losing to differently specialized strong people like Brian Shaw? That's crazy you said that. I was just talking earlier about that to some people. I don't know if you were in the voice chat on Discord. If you guys are not on Discord, one of my moderators, please plug a link to Discord, you guys. That's where I'm at all the time. If you guys want to talk to me throughout the day, or I'm in voice chat every day, pretty much at some point I'm in voice chat, chopping it up with the boys. We talk about arm wrestling. We talk about everything. But if you guys want to come hang out on my Discord server, somebody in here has the link and can share that for you guys. Xavier, I see you're in here. Can you share it? Or Daniel, I don't know if Mike's in here. You guys share the link, please. But yes, I believe I beat every non-arm wrestler in the world. I am of that opinion, and you guys know me. I try not to make big, claims that are embellishing things, and I really think that I beat every non-arm wrestler personally. I started thinking that about 3 years ago. Remember, I've been in sport like 12 or 13 years. About 3 years ago, I started thinking that. I would still randomly meet up with people and meet guys at their first practice and be like, oh my God, like, how are you so strong? Like their first day, those guys exist. And then on top of those guys, there are like the Brian Shaws and the things like that. I started thinking that a few years ago. I know that now. I feel as close to 100% confident as possible that I would beat any non-arm wrestler. But yeah, it took a while, man. People start thinking that pretty early in the sport. I'm like, you haven't met the right people yet. Bridget says, strength gives you cyst, technique doesn't give you cyst. Bridget got a cyst on the back of her wrist. She arm wrestled for like 5 minutes. We went home an hour later, a cyst on the back of her wrist appeared. Crazy. I don't understand how that happens internally. I don't get it. I was thinking about it. It's crazy. Benji asked why we aren't gaming. Bridget says no gaming. Lord Christmas, I heard about your Bobo B. Why can't Derek even play? Because he doesn't have self-control to stop gaming. 10 minutes turns into 3 hours. GB19, does Derek make money gaming? No, I don't game professionally at all right now. Let's see. Let him stream gaming and make some money. Did USS Liberty never forget? I was banned from the Discord. I'm sorry, my guy. I pay the fine not to see ads. There you go. Lloyd and Daniel sharing the Discord link. Oh, Casey Jones with the $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. If it's anything below $5, it doesn't notify me there's a super chat, so I don't see it until I get that point in the chat. And he says, what's more manly, the shake weight or hot dogs? Shake weight. What's not manly about that? Gulping down a glizzy, that can have non-manly implications. Shake weighting implies what? Like you handle your business like a man? Definitely shake weight, 100%. Shake weight's 100% more manly. Because what it alludes to is something that's not non-manly, So shake weight. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that. Let's see. Hot dogs lets you dual wield the shake weights. Derek, are you going to High Five in December? I have not been invited, so I do not know. As of right now, no. Let's see. Have you ever tried red light therapy? Does it work? Somebody did that to me before, and I didn't really notice anything. But if they're trained 15 to 20 minutes, she always had it. It just shifted. Oh. The other Paul Lynn says, I have the same cyst after only 2 rounds of arm wrestling. Don't feel bad, Bridget. Drew 24 says, I think Alan Fisher has more experience in table IQ than Brian Shaw, but what's more important in that match? Well, now we're talking about how big the strength gap is, right? I could see Brian being strong enough to beat Alan Fisher. Brian was strong. I pulled Alan 1,000 times. Maybe Alan would get Brian. If they did a super match, Alan might get like the first pin on Brian until Brian realized where he needs to put the pressure. I think he'd be strong enough to beat Alan. Bridget says shake weight is pretty manly. Carolyn, when Chance went live gaming, people were complaining. Yeah, I wouldn't go live on here. If I did gaming, I would make a new channel. I wouldn't force you guys to watch me gaming, but I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying, yeah, I would never turn my channel, my arm wrestling channel, into a gaming channel. I'd rather have hot dogs than shake weights, says Jock Oben. I agree. Derek versus Blonsky, knuckles up. Let's get it. Lloyd Chris says, you'd read light and didn't feel nothing. Cryo, on the other hand, is amazing. Oh, red light. You probably meant. Let's see. Jay Wright. Derek versus Chafee, knuckles up. Oh. Zawaz says, Derek is the legend. He ended in 22nd place at WAF in 2015 when Gennady won super heavyweight class. Great achievement. Ooh, man. Ouch. A burn? I got 11th in 2015. But it's a sick burn. All right. What else you got? Give me something better. Zawaz, give me something that actually cuts. Let's see. I pulled consistently for 6 months, once a week, with accessory exercises. But facing national champions every session makes it hard to measure progress. Should I go off in the gym lifts to measure it? I mean, is that the only people you have to face? There's nobody else on your team that's not a national champion. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I like about the gym is that I can measure progress, and that's why I like doing isolated lifts, because it's hard to cheat in those, right? It's not hard to cheat, I guess. It's if you focus, then you know 1,000,000% that muscle is stronger. That one muscle. I track an isolated bicep curl. The number has improved. My isolated bicep curl that I did not cheat, that I put a lot of effort into not cheating, is stronger. My bicep is stronger. Per the numbers, fact. I don't have to wonder if it is. I don't have to guess if it is. I know my bicep is stronger. And there's no other training concept for arm wrestling where you know 100% that muscle is a lot stronger. You could guess, you could think. Table time, it feels like it's pretty strong. Table pulley, there was kind of a bicep movement, but there was 4 other muscles involved, and I kind of started cheating at the end. So it's hard to tell if the bicep purely is a lot stronger. Isolated movements, I know my bicep's stronger. Cool. Needed that stronger. Pronation, cool. Isolated it. Got that stronger. Your wrist flexion, cool. Isolated it. Got that stronger. I have numbers to back this up. I know I'm stronger. So the other approaches in the past bothered me because I wouldn't know for a fact I'm stronger. You can't just do it at practice every week because what good a shape or how my teammates, what shape are they in each practice? That could be inconsistent. Like maybe I couldn't beat this guy a couple weeks ago, suddenly I'm destroying him. But maybe he hasn't slept. Maybe he's sick. Maybe his girlfriend broke his heart and he's sad. Like there's a million reasons why he could not be feeling good at practice. So it's hard to read into that all the time. Yeah. Numbers and gains in the gym, tracking your progress, you know you're stronger. That's why I like it. And that leads to confidence. Knowing I'm stronger makes me much more confident leading into a match rather than hoping I'm stronger or guessing I'm stronger. You know what I mean? For me, it works. Bridget, it's right below my wrist and my hand. I used to have one on my wrist that would pop once in a while when playing softball or push-ups, so shifting sounds right, but this one is smaller. JB83 says, love, ready to see you back on the table ASAP, man. You're hot right now. Time to climb the ladder. That's right. Daniel, I don't know. It sounds made up, Derek. Derek, are you going to hit North America tournament in the next 12 months? If so, which ones would you like to? Oh, of course. I'd love to hit another tournament. 12 months? I don't know. Where's Bridget want to go? There's tournaments everywhere. I've really been wanting to go to Washington. I love Washington. I've only been there like once, and it was beautiful. And I know they have Washington States. That's something I'd like to go to at some point. But there's also huge tournaments I've never been to. I've always wanted to go to. I've always wanted to go to like Michigan States. Winter Blast was awesome. I went out there. The Keystone tournament, that looks awesome. Maybe back to the Arnolds, if they have that again. Yeah, there's awesome events all around. But yeah, Bridget's gonna have to. I let her pick where we're gonna go, and then I'll find a tournament around there. Let's see. Yes, Todd H. Emulator. Bridget says Bahamas. I don't know if there's any tournaments in the Bahamas. Tall Paul says Travis is entering a tournament at the end of the month. What if Derek pops up at the same tournament? Ooh. You can stay at my place, says Russell Monroe. You live in Bahamas, Russell? What? That's crazy. Dan says, if you pay me enough, I'll have you up to Washington. All right. I got you. What time is it? It's 5:42. Oh, okay. We're getting there. We got like 15 minutes left. Should we try gripper? I don't know. I mean, it kind of goes off topic, but we haven't tried one in like a month. I might not even be able to move it. Washington is sad. Washington's not sad. Washington's beautiful. I think Washington's beautiful. Key West. Oh my gosh. If you guys could travel in the chat, let me know. Name one place, just one. Suddenly, you have a bunch of money. You can do whatever you want. What is the one place you're traveling to? The first place you're traveling to. Where are you guys going? I want to know. What's your dream destination? You can only pick one. What place do you want to check out the most? Did Ivan Machenko's performance surprise you? East vs. West 9. Did it surprise me? No, Ivan is amazing. He's one of my favorite arm wrestlers of all time. So, surprise? No. It was amazing to see him compete. It was an honor to be on the same stage as him and talk to him. He remembered me. I was shocked that he remembered me. So, yeah. But did it surprise me? No, he's a beast. He's a beast. His hook looked legendary. Try the 3.5, says Big Mark. Yeah. That's what we're going to try if we try the grippers for sure. Australia. Florida Arm Wrestling or 98 Winter Blast. Okay. Only one person answered? All right, thanks, guys, for the one person answering my question. Well, Mark KDX Rider, thank you. I hope you get to Australia at some point, man. Armenian Arm Wrestling Australia. Okay, Australia. All right. Apparently, nobody in here wants to travel. Everybody's been everywhere they've ever wanted to be. You know what, Mark? Mark, is your YouTube channel? Are you posting stuff on your YouTube channel? If so, moderators, can you please plug Mark's channel, Big Mark? Are you posting on a YouTube channel? I forget. Tall Paul says Hawaii, as long as Oprah and The Rock isn't there burning it down. Derek, will you be polling in NoHo? NoHo. What is NoHo? I'm really trying to. Oh, North Hollywood. I haven't made any plans. So what's going on there? Waiting for what? See, Rich said Norway. No, he meant North Hollywood. Norway, Sweden. Oh, she's listing places she wanted to go. Okay. Great Pyramid. We make the best place to have an arm. Oh, that'd be cool. Zawaz is listing Iraq and Afghanistan. Okay. That's what's up. All right. You know what? We haven't tried the old 3.5 in a while. All right, 3.5. Here we go. Done. Easy. You guys believe how strong I am right now? Crazy, right? You guys thought it'd be difficult? Killed it. Crush it. Now that was a trainer. Where's the 3.5? Where's the regular 3.5? Oh, there she is, staring me in the face. Oh, God. Dang. 3.5. There you go. That just, my hand popped like 20 different directions. Actually, let me get some chalk. You got to keep it in the frame so you guys don't think I'm cheating. There's my chalk. Don't fall, Gripper. A little bit of chalk on here, just so my hand doesn't. All right, this is going to be kind of ice cold, guys. We're going to try this one kind of ice cold. Let's see how close we get. Gosh, man. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we won't get close. Maybe we'll crush it. I have no idea what's about to happen. Hopefully we don't get injured. That would be stupid on stream. Oh. Give me a minute. God, it popped like 2 more times. We're going to get way closer than that. Hold on. I just got to remember. It's been a while. Jesus. That's what happens if you don't do grippers for like a month. I wasn't even close. All right. We're going to take this more serious. You guys know what taking it serious looks like. You've been here. You know what happens. All right. Last one. No, Mark, I've done it in this seat a bunch of times. I'm closing this thing a bunch of times in this seat. I just gotta. It's like I've said 1,000 times. It's just really energy based, like how I'm feeling. Okay, so let's crack this bad boy. Let's wake up. Energy drink's not doing its job apparently. Oh. 3.5. There you go. No. Ow. I'm weak. Well, in grippers anyway. I was super strong this weekend in practice. That was horrible. Those of you guys that have been in the chat for a long time, you guys know that was trash. That was trash. I know that was trash. It was so bad, I don't even want to try it again because I don't think it's happening today, guys. I don't think it's happening today. Woo. Woo. Well, no, lately I've been getting, I usually try 3 attempts, but usually I don't get it on the first attempt. I usually get it on the second or third. So I always have to wake up because I do it ice cold like this. So, okay. Well, ooh, sorry. Oh, there he is. Condottiero. There he is, my boy. Shaldish with the $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, we'll give us a watch afterwards. Basically, I wanted the article to be geared towards any newcomers so they'd understand where exactly strength and technique fit within different arm wrestling scenarios. Condottiero is the one that wrote the article I was telling you guys about, which inspired this entire podcast. I mean, I was going to do the podcast anyway. I just knew the topic, and it was an interesting topic. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support. You see the poll up there. Looks like I talked him into it. Shaldish. I put my case out there. The same thing I texted you or voice chatted you. I won 51%. I'm closing the poll down while I'm still ahead. Poll's been closed. Technique won 51%. Strength 49. Why did I say 50, 49? You were gonna change it, weren't you? I won. Told you I was right. The public agrees with me. Let's see. Wait, I'm gonna scroll up. What did I miss? Oh wow. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Have you ever had a chance to practice both Sasha or Rustam? If so, how would you describe their styles? I have not pulled Sasha or Rustam. Let's see my only friends. Georgia in the country. Dubai has people with guns. What? Grand Canyon. I've never been to Grand Canyon. I always want to go. South Sudan, England. Derek, when do you think will announce your next match? I have no idea. It's up to the promoter. They didn't give me a timeline on when they're going to announce everything. Derek Smith versus Kamut. Let's see. How do you train for grippers? Closed a COC 2 years ago. Now I can't do it for some reason. I don't really train for them, man. Honestly, the only time I do grippers is when you guys see me do grippers here on the stream. That's it. I don't do like more reps off screen. I don't train grippers. Shmo, you guys talking to each other. It's hard to tell when you guys aren't talking to each other. You're talking to me. Let's miss. Derek was messing around when he said that. Meth. I remember the Donner Party. Jesse Myers, Clark's in downtown Riverside has those grippers. Just telling the wife about them yesterday. Yeah. I've got some of these from there. My uncle worked there for like 30 years at that Clark's. Do you have a go on the grip machine test that SG Records, Roman or Leonidas had? Natalia's crazy on that. Yeah, but they always come at me do it after my match when I'm like CNS is just shot to hell. So I just get like bad scores. I can't remember what I got on it. The one time I did it when I was in Dubai and I was feeling healthy, I got a way higher score. You can hold long enough. Bridget secretly swapping out the grippers each week. Derek, if it's king, the table, yay, mega exciting. Alexander Dean says, been behind on my grippers too since training for arm wrestling consistency. John Coben, what's the hardest grip level? That was a 3.5. Yeah, the hardest one is a 4, which I have over here, which is just stupid. Well, of the COC grippers. The GHP 10, they say, is the hardest, says Bernardo. I have to see the slow-mo replay. Looks like you might have had it. I'd challenge it. Nah, I didn't have it. John Coben, what? Derek got a ways to go. Yeah. Jesse Myers, what are the best strength training with weights for arm wrestling? Oh, that's a huge question. It's a giant question, Jesse, because then we'd get into every muscle utilized and the best way to isolate it. That's a giant question. That is the question, right? That's going to be something you're going to be trying to figure out in your career for a long time. Oh, no, 4, I can't even – if I can't close a 3.5 right now, I ain't moving to 4. Didn't Yvonne close a 4? He's only about 19 or something. Yeah. Yvonne closed a 4. He hasn't got certified on it, but he can close a 4. Tracy Armar saying, hey, bro, it's Jeff. How are you today, brother? Oh, Jeff, what up? Hey, when I read Tracy and then you say Jeff, it just takes me a second. What's going on, man? What's going on? Looks like we had some people post a link in here to the Discord. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want to hang out with me, check that out. Also, I want to mention. Emma does this thing where when she wants to come on the show, she stands around to make sure I can see her in the periffs, and she just finds ways to stand around and so I can see her, so she can come on the show. She's waiting. She's waiting to do the minute with Emma. It's never a minute, by the way. It's never.
I need to show that Dave guy.
Okay, Dave. I don't know if you're in here. Emma wants to come on and talk to you guys for a second. All right, I'm gonna bring Emma in here. Minute with Emma. She wants to share some school stuff with Dave and let Dave Anderson know how she's doing. If you guys have any questions for her, keep it clean and go ahead and shoot some questions to my daughter. Here she is, the one with all the hair. Emma.
Hi, guys. Hi. All right, I see him in the chat, Dad. I see him. All right, Dave. We got some papers here.
You don't need to go through all of them, but
There's only like 5. And they're all,
hold it up.
come on, can they see it? It's like, they're all 100s. 100. 100. 100.
Where's the math one? Is there any math ones in there?
No, this is history and science.
Oh, see, Dave's going to ask about math. He always wants to know about math.
100. Yeah, so I went through all of my papers.
Let's see. Is your homework done?
Yes.
Besides the book report we got to work on?
Yes.
That's nice. Minnie, Derek, Emma, Cowabunga. Young lady, how are you? Good. Good job. Emma prepared. Love it. Are you at the top of your class?
No.
We're going to work on that.
Why are you poking me?
Because Jesse Meyer says, hi, Emma. Armin, arm wrestler. Well, that's good. Keep up the good work. Everybody's being super supportive of you.
Dad.
What?
Is there anyone here that the video showed me earlier?
Speak up for a second.
Okay.
What?
Dad, is the video you
What
showed
video?
me earlier in the car? The video when I was little?
No.
They don't see that video? Is there anyone here?
Everybody saying good job. All right.
Thank
No more
you.
questions? That's it?
Volleyball's going good.
Hand size check?
Wait.
They're getting there, guys. I'm telling you.
Dad, there's more.
What sport do you do in school, Emma?
In school.
Well, actually, somebody else said, "Howdy, Emma. How's the volleyball going?"
Good.
Good. She has her first volleyball tryouts at the end of the month for an actual team. So she's been doing a volleyball camp this whole month. It's her first time ever playing volleyball. I've been taking her. She goes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we pay $25, and it's a 2-hour camp she does every Tuesday and Thursday for this whole month. So that way she's gonna go into the tryouts knowing what's going on. Great job, my wife said. Me too. What sport do you do school? In school, what do you do? What have you been playing?
Like at recess?
Sure.
I play volleyball.
Oh, volleyball at school too. There we go. What arm wrestling training Emma doing? Well, we bought her grippers, but she hasn't been to practice in a few weeks.
This is the sport, guys.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Hair size check. That's what I'm saying. She has all the hair.
Is it broken?
Huh? She said, "Is it broken?" No, it's not broken. That's the hardest one there is. Okay. How tall is she?
5'4".
Probably about 5'5" now. What's the max grip, Emma? What's the closest you can? I don't know if you can keep your bottom left. Grab the bottom left one, the shiny one. This is a trainer. Let's see how close she gets on the trainer.
Can I do the hands and then like?
You can help close it a little bit with your hand.
Yeah.
You gotta let go. Yeah.
Okay.
Close it. Close it. Close it. Close it.
Wait, one more time. How many? Like,
Grab further down the handle with this hand. No, down. It's easier the further down you go the handle. There. Get it. Get it. All right, there we go. That's the trainer. She will before Derek probably. Bring the camera. She's going to spike the ball off someone's dome with that. I know. Well, she's only 11, guys. So you gotta remember. Yeah, she's gonna be the one. She's gonna be the one. And nice. And all right. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah.
What?
Hi guys.
Yeah. Anyway, get on. All right. Okay, guys. Got your minute with Emma. Got to see me fail at grip. Talked about the things, all the things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It is 5:58. Oh, just on time anyway. Moderators, please plug the Linktree, the AW Switch. Anybody that has a YouTube channel in here, you guys, if I don't know about it, let me know if you have a YouTube channel. We will plug the link right now. Always down to support other channels and help everybody grow. Yeah, come on Discord. Hang on Reddit. Check out The Pulse, you guys. Every Monday, I have a second podcast I do called The Pulse. Every other Monday, it's on my channel, and then it's on Ryan Turner's channel. Next week will be on my channel. Yeah, my channel next week. Yeah, you guys come hang out. I'm telling you, it's like it's the bee's knees, and yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you for all the support and all the love. I'm undeserving. Guess I'll talk to you guys later. You guys stay strong, go train, do all things, love arm wrestling, all the outros, do all that stuff. Love everything. See you.